Shalom. Kohalo Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Ba'ashim Akakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yashuan, back with the World War III Daily Update. We're going to keep it short because everybody knows what's going on, or you think you do. All right. What's going on is all the world is a stage, and you're in the theater right now. You're watching the show, being totally beguiled and deceived. All right. Let's quickly go to let's go to Matthew real quick. 24. What was the first thing Yahushua said? And Yahushua, you would know him as Jesus, right? But the disciples here in Matthew 24:3, the disciples asked him a question. Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming? When are you coming back? What is going to be the sign? And the end of the world. When shall these things be? What? The end of the world as we know it. Not the end of the planet, but the end of the rulership or the kingdom, right? And why were they asking him this? They were like this: look, when are we going to get to rule the world again? When he says we, he means the nation of Israel, the one you call Jesus, right? Whose name is Yahushua. He's an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, right? The disciples are Israelites, okay? During the time Yahushua walked the earth, the only Israelites in the land of Israel at the time were Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the southern kingdom. The northern kingdom had already come to this side of the world, to North America. You have the Native Americans, the Latinos, okay, Seminoles. They were already on this side of the world. Now we're all over here, okay? And we're scattered throughout all the nations, all right? But the majority of us are right here. And the Most High, Yahweh, made it that way, right? For the great POW rescue, if you will. So anyway, right here, the disciples are asking him, saying, when will we be restored to the rulership of the world? Okay? The end of this world and the beginning of it that followeth, okay? Meaning the kingdom of heaven. Whose kingdom are we in right now? We're in the kingdom of the devil. So just look to the top of your governments. Look at who's running the world. That's the devil. Okay? And I can show you a picture of the devil real quick. All right? Let me see. Shall I do it? I'll do it right here. I'll give you a quick picture of the devil. All right? And his people. All right? Here's his name. Caesar Borgia. Borgia. This guy, Caesar Borgia. All right? Now, you won't understand what I'm about to tell you right now, but every picture that comes up after we click on this name is an image of this guy, not somebody else like you've been led to believe. Okay? Look at this. Why does it say that? What is this? Why don't you know this? This guy is the devil who deceiveth the whole world. We can click on it. This is Caesar. Now we'll go to images. And whatever image comes up is the devil that deceived you. Get it? This guy is this guy. This guy is this guy. This guy is that guy. They're all images of Caesar Borgia or Cesare, whatever you want to call him. He's the devil. Him and his people. Okay? So that you understand the so-called white man is the devil. There he is, right there in the picture. Who's ruling the world right now? The so-called white man is. Am I lying? No, I'm not lying. Okay? Who put this picture up and why? Because if this is Jesus, right, then what does his father look like? He looks like this. But if this, right, which that ain't him because he didn't have hair like that. He had hair like wool. He had hair like lamb's wool. In other words, an afro. All right, read it and weep. This ain't him. That's Caesar. What is this? If I went to Japan right now and say, who is that? That's Jesus. All right? This is a lie. And the doctrine, all the doctrine, oh, God loves everybody. The whole doctrine that goes along with this lie is all bullshit too. All right? And it is what it is. Okay? The earth is given into the hand of this devil. And you've been lying. Now it's time for your lies to go away. This is Job 9. See? The Spirit done led us on a whole different thing. We'll get to the World War III. This is Job 9 and 24. The earth, rulership of the earth, is given into the hand of the wicked. Who's the wicked? Well, let's find out. Who's he? The wicked covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Wait a minute. He did what? Go back. Where's Caesar at? Where did Caesar go? He covereth. He covereth the faces. He put his face over the real face. So whoever this is, that's the wicked. You understand? He covereth the face. Who's the main judge? Yahushua, the one you ignorantly call Jesus. Well, this is Caesar Borgia. You understand? This guy is this guy. If I went anywhere in the world today and held up this picture, they would say that that's Jesus. Let's get that in the scripture. Revelation 12. What did he do? What did this devil do? Now watch closely. And the Revelation 12 and 9. And the great dragon, let's count them up. Because all these names are together as one. The dragon was cast out. That old serpent, that's two. Old meaning the one in the garden. Okay, he was more subtle than any beast of the field. The great dragon was cast out. That old serpent called the devil, 3, and Satan. What did he do? He deceiveth the whole. For God so loved the world, the devil deceived the whole world. That's different than just the world. For God so loved the world, not the whole world. The devil, this guy right here, Caesar Borgia, he deceived the whole world. Slovakia. This guy, look at him hiding right now. This guy deceived the whole world. According to the scripture, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, the Edomites. He covered the faces of the judge. Yahushua was a so-called black man. Today you would call him an African American. He had an afro and dark brown skin. Okay? Just the truth. Read them and weep. This guy deceived the whole world. Who is he? The devil, Satan, the dragon, that old serpent. He deceived the whole world with this picture. Whoever, and what this is a mug shot. Okay? Guilty as charged. Now, go look this name up and find out what this guy's rap sheet is. He's got a rap sheet. Slept with his sister. Perfect demon. Look at this. Caesar and Lucretia. Uh-oh. Who you been praying? Who are you down on your knees praying to? Here comes the truth. All right, let's get back. So the disciples, who are Israelites, said, when are we going to get to rule again? What's the first thing Yahushua answered and said? He said, let no man deceive you. Because you've already been, the whole world, this guy, Caesar deceived the whole world, according to the scriptures. Satan, my adversary. That's what Satan means. All right, hey. All right, so now back to the takedown. What are we dealing with? The end of the world. How is the world going to end? World War III. How? Well, God is going to set up an ambush, right? Let's go back to Joel. God's going to set up an ambush. Where? In the Middle East. Joel 3 and 2. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Yehoshaphat, Jehoshaphat. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Why? There will I judge them for harming my people, which you did to the true children of Israel. Right? And we can get into it. What'd you do? Why is God going to judge you? What'd you do? Here it is. Here's the proof. Prove all things, hold fast to that which is good. What'd you do? Well, how'd you harm God's people? The children of Israel, right? It doesn't say Africans here, it says Negroes. They know, the Africans know who they were rounding up and selling to the Grecians. Right? The Arabs knew who they had in captivity. All right? You might not know. Okay? Well, let's dig a little deeper. There will I judge them. I will gather the armies of the world in the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I judge them for harming my people, my special possession. Wait, let's go back real quick. My special possession, my people, Israel. Okay? On behalf of there will I enter into judgment on behalf of my people and my heritage, Israel. Right? for scattering my land, for scattering my people among the nations, and for dividing up my land. They threw dice to decide which of my people would be their slaves. Yeah, yep, yep. This is why. But I will bring them back from all the places to which you sold them, and I will pay you back for everything you have done. How? I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat, the Middle East. There will I judge them for harming my people. How are you going to do that? Set up an ambush. I'm going to shoot down all of the armies of the world first. Then I'm going to deal with the people. How? I'm going to send missiles. After I slaughter all the armies of the world, the only thing they'll have left is their nuclear option. And I'm going to make them shoot those missiles on each other. Just like I'm making them right now destroy their own country. Yeah, we're gonna destroy America, and then we're gonna build back better. We're gonna restart. We're gonna do the Great Reset and bring everything back under the digital banking, and put a microchip in everybody's hand so that we can act like we're God and have control and monitor every. No, you're not gonna do that. Here's what's gonna happen. I will gather all the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I judge them for harming my people. Here's what's going to happen. Okay? So, where are we right now? Say to the nations far and wide, here's what God is doing. Well, let me finish this first. But I will bring them back to the places which you stole them, and I will pay you back for everything you have done. I will sell your sons and daughters. Who did that happen to? That happened to us, Judah, the Jews. It happened to the Native Americans. It happened to the Latinos. God's chosen people, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. But what is he going to do? And I will pay you back for everything you have done. Meaning now it's time for you to go through what we did according to God. I will sell your sons and daughters. Huh? Huh? What? What does that mean? Huh? What does that mean? That look like Gad right there. Okay? That's the tribe of Gad look like right there. Look at the hair. The North American Indians. I will sell your sons and your daughters. Look at this. Can't get out of it. Look at it. Oh, please. Please don't do this. Basically, the shoe is going to be on the other foot. See? You think this is a damn game. Nope. But I will bring them back from all the places to which you sold them, and I will pay you back for everything you have done. I will sell your sons and daughters to the people of Judah, and they will sell them to the people of Arabia, a nation far away. I, the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, have spoken. All right? How are you going to do that? World War III. Say to the nations far and wide, get ready for war. What stage are we at right now? We're at the stage of God gathering the armies of the world into the valley of, well, they're in Eastern Europe. Right now they are. Are they in Syria too? Yeah. Is Russia in Syria? Yeah. Is Babylon the Great, also known as the United Snakes of America, who did this? Who did this? Are they in Syria? Yeah. That's the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, God's judgment. There will I judge them, Shaphatyim, judgment, for harming my people. They threw dice to decide which of my people would be their slave. Who did that? Well, let's look at some incriminating evidence here. Slaves, slaves. Yeah, but everybody wasn't God's chosen people. And certainly everybody wasn't treated like this. That shit ain't working. All right? Swiftly and pay you back for everything. I will strike swiftly and pay you back for everything you've done. You have sold the people of Judah and Jerusalem to the Greeks. There's the Greeks. Look at it. I got that money. Give me a bed wench. Okay? Hey. I will pay you back for everything you've done. All right? Get ready for war. Call out your best warriors. Let all your fighting men advance for the attack. Here's your World War III. What is he doing? Setting up an ambush. You can judge him. How's he going to judge him? I'm going to turn him into dust. Second Ezra 13 and 11. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight. It's World War III at the end of it. And burned them up every one. Burned who up every one? All the armies of the world. Nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. That's all this is going to accumulate. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat to do what? And they were all mixed to have this battle. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest that fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight and burn them up, everyone, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, meaning I wiped them all out with them lasers that were all the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest. I wiped them out. And the only thing that you could see was dust and smell of smoke. And here's the battle. The war in heaven. Revelation 12. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels and got his ass whooped. And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. That's that fight that the Most High is setting up right now in Joel. Okay? Gather the armies of the world. But that's in heaven. This isn't heaven. This isn't heaven. Yeah, but you're a fucking dumbass. There are many levels to heaven which you don't understand. Revelation 12 and 7. Then war broke out in heaven. Then there was a war in heaven. Now war arose. And then a war broke out in heaven. New Heart English. Then, what? There was war in the sky. World English. There was war in the sky. There was war in the sky. Let's see the war in the sky. Come on, war in the sky, stop hiding. There's a war in the sky right there. Michael and his angels. Michael and his angels. Michael and his angels fought, and the dragon fought and his blue angels in the sky. Uh-oh, gotta go back here now. Wow, it took a whole different turn, didn't it? I was gonna update the war, but where'd this thing go? Loved this yesterday. We're gonna bring it back out.
We often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bond. I occasionally think,
what's this crosshair? Well, that's the dragon and his blue angels, right? This is their FLIR, or whatever they're tracking. The crosshairs on their F-18, F-35, whatever the hell that is. What are they doing? They're trying to track and target the angels.
quickly our differences worldwide would vanish.
There's the war in heaven right there. The war in the sky.
If we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? War and the
So as World War III ramps up, okay, they're all going to get drawn into an ambush. You get all the armies of the world into one theater. Then they're going to be cornered by the angels. Then this is going to happen. Revelation 19 and 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies. And what were they? Gathered together. They're going to stop fighting each other to try to fight against the angels and the one you ignorantly call Jesus, to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge. And what else does Jesus do? And make war. Jump down to 14. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. We can go around it. All right, anyway, let's get this real quick. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. When she comes. When she comes. Who is she? She, and with the she referring to the chariot that the returning Christ is depicted as driving. The original song was published in old plantation hymns when we were out here doing this. When we was out there slaving, the children of Israel were speaking of who? All right, when you had us in slavery, what were we singing? We were singing, swing low. Sweet what? Chariot coming for what? To carry me home. The original song was published in 1899. It ostensibly refers to the second coming of Yahushua HaMashiach, with the she referring to the chariot that the returning Hamashiach is depicted as driving. So what do you not know that we already know? What do you not know?
We often forget how much unites.
She'll be coming around the mountain. Let's get a big old mountain for you. Let's get a big old mountain.
Outdoorsy is a service.
There's a big old mountain right there. Look at that mountain. Big enough for you? What do you not know that these elitists know? They know something. Anyway, let's see what the hell is going on. The progress of the great ambush being set up right now. All right. Hey, you go with the spirit. Don't resist the spirit. When it takes you away from what you thought you had planned, then you see it for what it is. Okay, so what are we looking for here? I'm going to look at a couple of discrepancies here. What's going on? Are these guys already 4 minutes? Kayev, preparing for all-around defense. This is Secret Files 333 channel 4 minutes ago. 2 hours ago, right? UK says it will back Poland if decides to send jets to Ukraine. What does that say? UK. Now let's go here. military leaks, which is basically the same channel. But here it says Pentagon, which is the U.S., dismisses Poland's proposal to transfer fighter jets to Ukraine. Is that a little discrepancy? Everybody is sending weapons to this area, or so they say. Okay. What's really going on in that theater, we don't even know. But what will happen, all right, even if this is just theater, right, guess what it'll turn into? Okay, let's start right here. This is Proverbs 21. Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Whatever you think you see going on right now, these guys have what they have in mind. But what is God going to do? What is he going to do with that? Good News Translation. The Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, controls the mind of a king. King Vladimir, King Biden, right? King Klaus Schwab, right? As easily as he directs the course of a stream. Okay. The Lord controls rulers. Klaus Schwab, the Queen of England, just as he determines the course of the rivers. What is God doing? What are we about to see? Whether they have plans, you got plans for your new world order. Here's what God is doing. I, Yahweh, will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. I'm going to make you go where I want you to go. Where do I want you to go? I want you to go the way of Pharaoh. When Pharaoh tried to go to war with me, what did I do? I set up an ambush for his ass. I got him in the strike zone. And there I was, right there. I was right there. You understand? Yahushua was right there conducting this campaign, if you will. This is the original Desert Storm. The OG Desert Storm right here. What happened to Pharaoh? Walked right into the ambush. This right here would be Moses. He led the children of Israel right through the strike zone. And what did God do? He made Pharaoh follow him. How? The king's heart, the Pharaoh's heart, he hardened Pharaoh's heart. What does it mean to harden Pharaoh's heart? It means he controlled his mind and made him do what God wanted him to do. And that's what is going to happen in World War III. Okay? They're going to be scared to fight again. Well, where's that at? Where's that video at? Okay, they're going to be scared. I got to go back and get it. Let me go back and get it. Where'd it go? Independence Day.
Mary, breakfast is ready.
They were scared as hell. Were they not? Okay. All right, devil. Still gonna expose you. Are they scared? Holy shit. Oh God, you damn right. Oh my God. Look at the reaction. Holy shit. Okay. They're scared, right? This is Second Ezra 13 and 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. What does that mean? I mean, they were shitting on themselves and defecating and urinating on themselves, but they fought anyway. Why did they fight anyway? Right? The Lord controls the mind of a king. Let's take it down a notch. Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. NIV. A person's steps are directed by the Lord. Good news. The Lord has determined our path. How then, how then can anyone understand the direction of his own life, the direction his own life is taking? I'm scared as hell. Why am I fighting against the angels and God? And the one that the world ignorantly calls Jesus? Because God making you do it. God is making you walk into an ambush. Why? Because of what you did to his people. You must be judged. You didn't get away with anything. Okay? And this is still in your heart. This is still in you. You still believe that this is the way niggas should be treated. You still feel this way. It's hidden down in you, but in your heart of hearts, which is your mind. Why do you think that way? Because God created you to be that. Why do white people hate niggas anyway? Because God created you that way. All right? All right? Well, you can't say that. Well, I'm not saying it. Let's see, 27 and this is Genesis 27 is 41. It's too deep for you. You can't understand what's going on. Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob. There it is. Well, why does a white man hate niggas? And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, in his mind, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. This was how many? What? 3,500 years ago? 3,000 years ago, 3,500. This is recent history. You still feel that way. You still feel that way today. Why? For the Bible told me so. All right? So here comes World War III. Higher gas, no food, chaos in the streets, right here in Babylon the Great. Why? There will I judge them for harming my people. We're still in captivity right here, right now. This is still going on. Lynchings are still going on. Oh, not as many. Says who? Mainstream media? All right, so anyway, went a little long. What is today? Wednesday. We got two more. We got tomorrow and Friday, and we'll go it again next week. We hope that the elect are edified, and with that, shalom.